Good day and welcome to Ask Pure Multimedia Studio, where True Talk makes pure sense. I am your host, Felicity Jubu. With me here in the studio, we have a veteran journalist, a public relations consultant, a media entrepreneur, the Director of Information, Public Relations and Protocol, Isa Mustafa Agwe I Polytechnic Lafia. He is the CEO and publisher of the Nasarawa newspaper. He is Mukhtar Wakil, the Makama Wamba. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, my pleasure.
What are those things you think that people do not know much about Nasarawa State?
Nasarawa State has been taken to the pedestal, to the peak of its existence. It is the right place on the map of the world, not only the map of Nigeria. Nasarawa State, created in 1996, has witnessed tremendous achievements. Successive administrations tried their own best, their own way, and Nasarawa State is growing fastly. It's one of the fast-growing states in this country. It is even growing faster than its own peers in all spheres of endeavor. If you look at the industrialization of the state, if you look at the area of employment, creating skills, acquisition for people, training, establishment of these tertiary institutions across the state, there is presence of quite a number of tertiary institutions in Nasarawa State today that they have produced so many people that are feeding the manpower needs of the state. Investors are here in Nasarawa State because of the peaceful atmosphere that has been created. We can say that it is now a very, very zero security threats in the state. And we can also say again that Nasarawa State is a technology-driven state. And so people are always here as visitors to do one or two businesses around here. Government has provided a conducive atmosphere for doing business. And the people are peace-loving, people are tolerant, people are law-abiding. Government is also taking the issue of welfare of the civil servants, issue of securing lives and property of the public very seriously. Government is always transforming the state. What you didn't have last year, you will have it this year. Every day, particularly now that we have somebody whose interest, whose journey in life, he has never worked with the government. He has been in the private sector all through his life. And he has known exactly what it means to develop a state and to make the state a revenue-driven state. I'm talking about Engineer Abdullahi Saleh, the executive governor of Nasarawa State. So we can say without mincing words that Nasarawa State is not a hidden state in this country. So it is everywhere. So for people who will say they don't know much about the state, like I said, they don't want to know about the state, but they are feeling the state.
Of course, they are feeling the state. So you spoke about Nasarawa State fastly growing among its peers, and about how it's now becoming an industrial state. What are those things you think are bringing about this industrialization in the state?
You see, the governor, because of his exposure, is someone who is well connected. He's someone who has been in various industries, also having his own businesses. someone who has worked outside the shores of this country and he also worked here before becoming the governor. So he has the right connection to bring people here from wherever and from whatever business they'll do. So we can say emphatically that so many things are on ground. If you look at even the petrol that were in Kenya there, that were hoping in no distant time, because in fact before he leaves office in the next 2 years, we should be able to be producing oil here. Refinery should be functional in this state.
That's amazing.
Yes, and we also know very well that you see a lot of small skills businesses, small businesses, entrepreneurs are being groomed up, they are being graduated, always with the establishment of Ibrahim Vocational and Technology Education Center that we have around here. Every time they are producing people. If you go there, if you see the equipment that are there that will train, that will expose people to different trades, to different professions. You can see that Nasarawa State, people will have to come from other places to be trained here, and they are coming here from far places to be trained here, various professions. And also people are setting up businesses around. You can see people are even going to farming, producing what in the past people used to go elsewhere to get them, but they are producing them here. And we can see government also, in order to reduce people that are jobless, government converted people who were initially casual staff in various organizations, various ministries to permanent staff. Lots of people have been employed again in almost all the tertiary institutions, including secondary schools. So he kept the streets clear of miscreants, because they're all doing what they should do now. Everybody is doing his own thing. And so nobody is now a nuisance on the street.
That's very impressive. So you've spoken highly about the state and of the government as well. So let's say we have people who want to come into the state to come and reside in here. You said there are businesses they can do. What kind of business would you suggest for somebody who's coming outside of the state to come and reside here? Or let's say coming to serve and then they want to stay back afterwards. What kind of business would you suggest that they go into?
If you take even the farming.
Yes.
One thing that I just learned even today that is very buoyant now is ginger farming.
Wow.
And if you see the money that is being generated from that, you farm ginger, it's a hell of money that you make. And it can also be taken to factories. If you establish factories here, they can transform them into whatever, even drinks. There are drinks that are purely ginger. So if you set up an industry here, you can have the material, the raw material there, the land is there, that can produce it very well. If the people that will work, the man and machine, they are here. If you just take that one, you talk about even like if you go to this vocational center,
okay,
fabrication. If you want to fabricate things, whatever you want to do, inventions, you can do so many things. You can even this assembling cars, autotronic, mechatronic, engineering. You can do them here. Even at the Polytechnic, those machines are there that you can train people how to assemble a plant, cars. The knowledge is there, the equipment are there. So if you want to go into, like if the refinery is put in place now, what people go to River State to do and other oil producing states, Nasarawa State is going to join the league. So if you are in the business of petroleum, you come here, you do it. So there are so many things that can be done in Nasarawa State.
All right, so a lot of things can be done in Nasarawa State. Aside the fact that ginger is also very highly lucrative, it's also very medicinal as well. So you can come in, you're out there, you want to come to Nasarawa State, come. It's a hub for industrialization, hub of growth, and it's a fast growing city. All right, let's talk about the government and how it's doing so well. Looking at our nature, let's divert and not just Nasarawa alone as our area of focus. Let's go outside Nasarawa State as well. Looking at our nature, would you think democracy is the best system of governance for us in Nigeria here?
I agree totally with views of public affairs analysts, political scientists, that the worst form of democracy is better than the best form of military government.
Okay.
So no matter how bad democracy is, it is better than military, because it is in the democracy that you have constitutionalism. And when there is constitutionalism, you have separation of powers, you have periodic election, you have independence of judiciary, you also have the right to vote and to be voted for. So it is in the democracy you find that one. And any other form of government that is not democratic, the opposite is the case.